Welcome to another exciting content about the EB-2 NIW visa category. My name is Rich and I'm excited to be sharing with you some key evidence and documentations to ensuring a successful EB-2 NIW case. And I'm talking about no RFE. Today's content will help you build a strong case for your EB-2 application. And if you are about to start this process or you are already in this journey, this is the right content for you. Understand that creating a compelling EB-2 NIW application hinges on your ability to present a convincing case across the three key prongs set by the USCIS. Each prong requires specific supporting documentations to substantiate your claim. Today's content will guide you through some essential documents for each prong, ensuring your application stands the best chance of success. Let's dive into it. I often get asked, how do I build my EB2 profile? How about we flip and discuss on what makes a successful EB2 NIW case? Because by understanding how to ensure a successful petition, you will be informed on what to do or include in your petition. So today we are zeroing in on the most crucial aspect of your EB2 NIW application, the key documentation. These documents are the backbone of your case, providing tangible evidence of your qualifications and the impact of your work. Before I share with you the key evidence and documentations for each of the prongs, let's remind ourselves what each of these prongs set by the USCIS are. The first prong is that your proposed endeavor is of substantial merit and of national importance. Prong 2 says you should be well positioned to advance your proposed endeavor. And the third point or the third prong, which is mostly a bit difficult to prove, is the waiver of job requirements. In the first prong, you must demonstrate that your work has substantial merit and importance. So this isn't just about the significance of your field, but also the impact your contributions have made within it. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and discuss about the key documentations. The first one is evidence of recognition, and this includes any awards, honors, or recognition from your industry or academic field that underscores the value of your work. So whether you are in school, you have gotten any award for any outstanding work you've done at work, anything that have underscored the value you have contributed to the company, it is worth adding to your credentials as you present or petition for your NIW. The second one is publications and citations. So you have to present a comprehensive list of all of your publications, as well as citations, because you have to supplement this with citations if you have. And this also shows an influence of your research on a broader scale. Again, when the issue of publications and citations is kind of a little bit a broader topic that I'll spend time to kind of discuss and how it is impactful as a document or key evidence to your petition. The third point is letters of support. So just obtain letters from like experts in your field, not just attesting to your abilities, but specifically stating the substantial merit of your work and their importance. So people like your professors, people that taught you, even like your bachelor's degree, any professor that taught you whilst you were doing your undergraduate degree, you can also reach out to the person to help you with this letter of support. If you are working, your bosses can help you as well. I always say look for people who have influence. They have top level positions to kind of give you this letter of support. And the last one is the media coverage. A lot of people don't really consider this, but if you have any articles or reports in a reputable media or just in media outlets that actually discusses about your work and its implications, this can be a very powerful indicator of your merit or the value you are going to contribute to the United States. So basically, seeing your work in the media is a testament that the value or your proposed endeavor or whatever you are doing is of substantial merit. So for prong one, which is the first part of prong one, which talks about substantial intrinsic merit, all you need to prove or some of the key documentations, again, these are not exhaustive lists, but some of the key documentations you actually need to show USCIS that you actually meet the requirement of the first part in prong one, which is the substantial merit, is evidence of recognition. If you have publications or citations, letters of support, as well as anything that you have done that was published in the media, that would be a very useful point or useful additions as you try to petition for your NIW. For the second part of prong one, which is about national interest. Remember, it's the first one. The first prong is your proposed endeavor should have substantial merit and of national importance. So the second part is national interest or national importance. The focus shifts to the broader implications of your work, right? You ask yourself, how does my proposed endeavor serve the national interest of the United States? So you can think of it as this actually goes beyond, right, the scope of your field and looks at the societal benefits. Now, let's look at some of the key evidence or documentations outlined here. So the first one is expert letters beyond your field. So if you're working in the industry, you can secure letters from your boss. I know I had mentioned letters of support. So your bosses could offer that kind of support, right, in this field. If you're working in the government sector, I know a friend working in the government sector secured expert letters from government officials. You can also use influential figures in your field who can speak to the national significance of your work. You can meet these people probably in a conference, right? On LinkedIn, I happen to meet influential people on LinkedIn who spoke about the significance of my work. So again, expert letters are key demonstration of your national interest in your application. The second point is evidence of implementation. So you can show that your work has been applied or utilized in real world settings, especially if it has led to the advancement in any sector of the economy in the United States, be it like public health, be it like economic prosperity, or or any other areas of national interest, right? Think about it like you had a research work that was actually implemented. Let's say that it was about discovering a drug for cancer, and actually a pharmaceutical company implemented this idea and they came out with a drug. Think about anything that you can show evidence of implementation of your work. It is a good case to supporting the second part of prong one. The last one is documentation. So if you have reports, studies, or statistics that demonstrate the tangible outcomes of your work, this is also a very key evidence. This includes how your research has influenced like policy changes, industry standards, or contributed to economic development. So again, your work may have been used in some way or shape or possible. If you have any documentations to support this case, this is also a very relevant key documentation. So overall, for the second part of prong one about national interest, you basically are looking for expert letters beyond your field. Basically, the lawyers will tell you people who know your work but do not know you. You're also looking for like evidence of implementations. If you have any reports, statistics that can attest to the fact that your work was used in a real world setting, that is also a key plus. And then lastly, but not least, is the documentations of an impact. Yes, I'm sure most of us, our works, you can easily find documentations of the impact it is having. And again, this could also be like citations, right? Because citations is also a testament to the fact that people are actually using your work. Even though sometimes it is not in real world settings, they're also using your work in their own work, and this actually leads to a bigger effect of what is been going on out there. I think I need to record this again. So the second prong requires you to prove that you are uniquely well positioned to continue advancing your field. So this is about your personal qualifications and the trajectory of your resume, of your career. I beg your pardon. So one of the key documentations or evidence is having a comprehensive resume, which we call like curriculum vitae. So in this, you should detail out your education, your work experience, publications if you have, and any other relevant accomplishment. You have certifications included there, any leadership role also included there. The second part of it is ongoing and future projects. Just outline any current project or research proposals showing that you have a clear trajectory for your future contributions. And especially for people in PhD, I know this is something that will come in handy for you. The last but not least is further letters of support. We spoke about this in prong one and the second part of prong one, but these should be like letters from like your colleagues, from mentors or collaborators in your research work who can attest to your unique skills and your role in the ongoing project and your potential for future impact. And one thing I just got to understand or got to know, a friend of mine who just got approved actually used an evaluation report from being a TA. So basically, students evaluated his work at the end of the semester and he used that as an evidence. The last is evidence of funding or grant. So if you have received any competitive research grant or other funding from the US federal agencies, which will be a big plus, or even like private individuals, school educational institutions, include these documentations to highlight the recognized value of your work. And I hear a lot of people ask about how about I got scholarship to come and study in the US. That is also a testament to your work, right? It's a testament to your skill set. It's a testament to how uniquely you are. So include that as well in your application. So overall, for the second prompt that talks about being well advanced, well positioned to advance your proposed endeavor, all you need, and this is again not a comprehensive list, some of the key documentations you need are a comprehensive resume or CV. If you have any documentations of any ongoing or future project, is also a plus. You need further letters of support from your colleagues, from mentors, or people you are working with in your research work, other known as collaborators, as well as evidence of funding and grants. If you have these, this is also a plus for you as you try to provide evidence to show that you are well positioned to advance your proposed endeavor. Once you have established that you are well positioned to advance your field through your unique qualifications and ongoing work, it is actually now imperative to address the final critical component of this whole EB2 process. Among all of the prongs, like I mentioned, this is actually a little bit difficult one, but the whole process lies in convincing USCIS that it is of national interest to waive off the job offer and labor certification requirement for you. So this final prong actually demands a demonstration of how your continued work in the US would offer significant benefit that outweighs the need for this traditional employment process. So again, let's talk about some of these key documentations or evidence to support this prong 3. The first is comparative advantage evidence. So just provide documents of what sets you apart from others in your field. And I always advise people to write professional certifications, either Azure, if you are the analytical world, Azure, AWS. If you are in cybersecurity, just write any professional certifications out there that would set you apart. If you don't have any certification in your area of field, my general advice is to get a PMP certification because I believe in every work that we do, project management is very key. So having this also sets you apart. Another critical component of comparative advantage evidence document is patents. If you have a patent, right, that is a very huge plus for you. The second part is impact statements. So basically, you drafting or writing a letter that discusses the broader implication of your work and why your presence in the US is vital for ongoing progress. So this is more about you sitting down, looking at yourself and kind of thinking through how what you are studying or what you studied or what you are doing is going to have broader significant impact in the US. I know this would need a lot of research, a lot of thinking, and a lot of information seeking in order to put these documentations together. But again, if you have impact statement, it is one of the key evidence to tell USCIS to waive off the job offer requirement for you. The third point is critical need document. So what are these? For those working in critical sectors in the economy or on urgent issues, providing evidence that your expertise addresses needs within the United States, impacted communities or industries is very important here, right? Because the whole concept about EB2 is how your work is going to impact, is going to benefit greatly the United States of America. And so if you've already started, you're already working on anything that is very present in the community, in the country, that is a very great evidence that you actually a very good evidence that USCI should actually waive the job offer requirements for you. And the last piece of evidence or critical documents you need is letters from employees. I know we talked about the fact that EB-2 NIW does not require job offer, right? So what it means is if you are applying for this visa category and you already have a job offer, it is a key evidence to show that you have a unique skill set. That is why you've been employed, right? And one of the key evidence you can use to support this is basically just a letter of employment from your employer. That is just that. So again, overall, for the third prong, some of the key documents or evidence you need are comparative advantage evidence documentations. You need an impact statement. You need critical need documentations. Basically, if you are working in the any urgent needs or in the critical sector of the economy, that is another way to demonstrate or key evidence to demonstrate that USCIS, um, you actually are eligible for what you're doing, and so USCIS should waive off the job offer requirement. And last but not least is letter from your employers. It is a testament that your unique set has been sought after. Basically, you have been employed because you have a certain unique skill set. So all of these put together from and other documentation that we've spoken about, once you have all of these, this should be enough for you to get your NIW approved without RFE.
In wrapping up, building a robust EB-2 NIW case is about painting a picture, a comprehensive picture of your professional stature and contributions. It's not only about what you have done, but also about the significance and the impact of your work and your ongoing commitment to advancing your field. Use this as a guide, as a foundation to highlight your achievements. And remember, the goal is to demonstrate that waiving the job offer requirement in the national interest due to your unique contributions. With careful preparation and a strong presentation of your credentials, your EB-2 NIW application can stand out. Thank you for watching again and wish you the best of luck with your EB-2 NIW application journey. Remember, don't underestimate your achievements. You are more than qualified to use this route to secure permanent residency.